Classic in San Antonio is being brought to you by the Illinois Corn Marketing Board, increasing the profitability of corn production by developing and maintaining markets for corn and corn products. For a free podcast of our reports, go to hometownillinoisradio.com.
WTIM.
Good morning, Central Illinois, and welcome to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and we continue our coverage of National FFA Week. We're talking with chapters at a variety of local schools and hearing about all the great things going on at their chapters. And we talked to a couple schools on Monday, and we've got some still coming up the rest of this week, and that includes today, and that includes right now as we're talking on the phone with the folks at Edinburgh's FFA chapter. And I have three folks on the line with me. I'm going to introduce each of them one by one so you can put a voice to a name. First up, we've got the president of Edinburgh High School's FFA chapter, Wade Beck. Wade, thanks for coming on this morning.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you on. We also have the chapter vice president, Paisley Swinger, on with us. Paisley, thank you for coming on too.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And we also have their chapter advisor, Samantha Seamer, on the line with us. Samantha, thank you for joining as well.
Thank you.
And Samantha, we'll get to you in just a little bit. I want to focus right now, though, on the students. What year are each of you two in?
We're both seniors.
Okay, both seniors, so both thinking about what's next, and we'll get into that as well in just a little bit. When were you each elected as president and vice president, respectively?
Just at the beginning of this year, end of last year. Elections are in April or May, depending on just how scheduling falls, and then we take position the school year after that.
Okay, so you do those elections at the end of the year, and then Wade, as president, what do you do in that role for the chapter?
Just general president stuff. I coordinate meetings. I make sure members know what they're doing, what's coming up, what events they can attend, and I help coordinate like the chapter with the school. We'll have teachers know what the chapter is going to be doing for different events and when students are going to be out and such.
Okay, so doing a lot of that communication, which I imagine keeps you pretty busy on top of all your classwork and all of that, I'm sure. Yeah, no, I'll bet. And good for you that you're able to do all of that. And then as for the vice president, Paisley, what do you do in that role?
Overall, if Wade's gone, I'm the one that's going to run the meetings. I help plan events, coordinate around other events, oversee the meetings, make sure everything runs smoothly, and just overall take place of Wade if he's not able to attend.
Okay, so you've got plenty of involvement there. And then in terms of what's to come still the rest of this academic year, what do your involvements as president and vice president entail with what's still to come this year?
We'll have to plan a couple things at the end of the year. Our FFA banquet, making sure students are ready for the next year. Since we're both seniors, we'll be helping out with chapter elections, making sure kids are running, getting positions, know how to fill out different application forms. And that's basically it. As the year winds down, we have more events we go to, but it's not much we need to plan. And we just help make sure the chapter is ready for the next year.
Okay, so you've got that going on. Anything different for you, Paisley, as vice president for what's still to come this year?
No, I said the same thing as Wade, just kind of winding down the year. Still doing the things that we've been doing all year, but we're starting to have less. We need a plan, more just like the banquet, elections, and things like that.
Okay. So you folks will be busy with that, and in the end of year wind down. I want to turn our attention now to chapter advisor Samantha Seamer. I'd love if you could give some background on yourself and how you came to be the FFA advisor in Edinburgh.
Well, I was very active in my high school FFA chapter over in Calhoun County. And I loved FFA and I loved agriculture, and I thought, heck, I'm not ready to get out of it yet. So I decided I wanted to be an ag teacher, and the position opened up here, and I applied, and I fell in love with the school and how close knit they are. And this is where I am now.
Is this the area you grew up in?
No, I am from about 2 hours away.
Okay, all right. So 2 hours away. So a bit of change coming to Edinburgh. Is that how it felt, going to a kind of a small town like that?
No, my school was actually very small also. This school, granted, is a lot smaller. We have pre-K through 12 all in one building here, so we are very small. But it still felt like home.
Well, that is a small school, but good that helped you with the adjustment. And then, how many years have you been the advisor of the Edinburgh FFA chapter?
This will be my 9th year.
Okay, ninth year. So how have you seen the chapter and the activities you folks are involved in evolve as those 9 years have gone on?
I feel like we've seen a lot of growth in our chapter. So when I first started here, we didn't have a lot of kids who were very active in going to contests or with their SAEs. And since I've been here, we've attended a lot more contests and improved in those contests as well. And we have a lot of kids who have their own SAEs and are doing well in those SAEs. So overall, we've just seen a lot of growth. And we've developed a middle school section or chapter as well. And we have a lot of kids who are more active at the middle school level. And that's been helping fulfill, I guess, the need or interest when they get into high school too, because they already have some of that background knowledge and interest to get going.
That's awesome. Just cultivating that interest and familiarity in the kinds of things you folks do, and setting yourselves up well. Why would you say FFA is important for the Edinburgh School District and for the members in the chapter and even for the community as a whole?
Yeah. So I feel like FFA gives everyone an opportunity. It gives them leadership skills and it just gives them life skills that I feel like are important. Responsibility, the ability to communicate with others. And I think that is one of the best aspects of FFA is everyone has the opportunity to grow and hone in on those skills.
No, that's awesome, and that corresponds to a lot of what I've heard from other folks, and it's great that you have that. Anything else you want to share about your role as an advisor, or anything else about the chapter before we turn it back over to the president and vice president?
Nope, I think these kiddos do a great job.
It is good to hear from you, and well, we will find out more about that as this interview goes on, as I'm talking right now with the Edinburgh FFA chapter. So, and then I'd love to hear now from Wade and Paisley, what does, for each of you, being an FFA member at Edinburgh High School mean to you?
For me, it really just means being connected with your community. There's so many students here who, like she just said, it's such a small school. We can count on both hands the number of students that are in most of our classes. We're able to name most of the students in the school by name. So being a member specifically in Edinburgh just feels like you have such a strong sense of community that it just really helps you as you go along.
No, that's awesome, and that you have that small group there, and I can see how the size of the community helps out with that. Paisley, how about you? What does being an FFA member at Edinburgh High School mean to you?
I just feel like it means being able to be myself. I mean, FFA provides so many opportunities for so many people, whether you are related to farm or not. And I feel like most people don't see that, but being able to go to these contests that have nothing really related to do with anything like that really just makes me feel like I'm able to do anything. Doesn't matter where I come from, no matter anything like that. And I'm able to be myself.
No, that's great that you have that. A comfort level there. That's what I was thinking about while you were talking about that. And then so soon you got to think about bringing other students into the FFA chapter. How do you pitch the FFA and the chapter and all of that to other high school students and incoming high school students when you're trying to recruit folks?
That's actually a big part of our FFA week normally. We plan small lessons for the junior high and elementary to get them excited to learn about ag and to join FFA when they join us in high school. And then for our fellow high school students already, we have small events throughout the high school that gets them more interested in FFA, wants them to be more active, learn more about it. It's just really catching their attention and making sure you keep it throughout their high school career.
Nice. So that is that's an interesting way to look at it by using a national FFA week as part of the recruitment pitch, and you've got that right there, and that's probably a part of the timing as well. And I'd actually love to hear more about what those recruitment events are, but we'll do that after this break. I am talking right now with Wade Beck, president of the Edinburgh High School FFA chapter, Paisley Swinger, the vice president of said chapter, and Samantha Seamer, advisor also of that FFA chapter. We'll be back after this break right here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
This is Darian Norville with Central Commodity FS bringing you What's Next. And here at FS, we believe that is supporting agriculture's bright future. So happy National FFA Week to all past, present, and future agriculture professionals whose success sprouted from their local chapter. Best wishes from your proud supporters at Central Commodity Farmers Supply Company.
The agricultural industry is facing challenging times. Just like your family, we've been through good times and bad. Hello, I'm James Kirk, Vice President at First National Bank in Taylorville, just west of the Taylorville Square. For nearly 70 years, we've been here to provide banking and loan solutions for Christian County farmers. We will weather the storm as we have for almost 7 generations. Let us be your partner for the next season. We are First National Bank in Taylorville, first every time, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Mark Sanders, and I'm your longtime host, interviewing Shelbyville and Shelby County community and business leaders every week. For some 10 years, WTIM, your information station, has originated its Friday morning show live from our downtown Shelbyville studios. Tune in on AM or FM or online every Friday from 8:40 to 10, brought to you by these great sponsors.
The Sarah Bush Lincoln Shelbyville Clinic and its network of specialists throughout Central Illinois is proud to be the title sponsor of the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show each week.
Hi, everyone. Nicole Patrick here, your local country financial representative at 1305 West Bresser in Taylorville. I'm proud to recognize the Tornado student athletes that represent our community by being the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. During Tornado Sports broadcasts this school year, WTIM announcers will select a player at the end of each game who will receive a certificate for being named our Player of the Game. Good luck to all the teams this season, and go Tornadoes!
Carl Krumsick here from Krumsick Monument Company in Taylorville, Illinois. Find out the many services we provide by clicking our icon on the obituaries page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Blaine Cornwell with Prairie State Insurance. To learn more about our products and services, click our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Taylorville Care Center's personalized therapy program helps you get back to enjoying the season. Whether it's holiday gatherings or winter walks with the grandkids, they'll get you moving again. Click their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Brandy Bruley here, Superintendent of Taylorville Schools. We're proud to be A+ in academics, the arts, and achievement. Find out the many ways we achieve student success every day by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, and go Tornadoes.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kami, here on this National FFA Week. We've spent all week talking with some of the local FFA chapters and finding out about all the great things going on with them. And right now we're talking with the folks at the Edinburgh chapter, and that includes Wade Beck, president of the chapter, Paisley Swinger, chapter vice president, and Samantha Seamer, chapter advisor. Now, right before the break, we were talking about sort of how they recruit new members. And what we heard there was that they use National FFA Week as kind of a time to show younger folks and other potential new members what FFA is like, and in trying to recruit some folks. I'm interested if you could elaborate on what some of those events are, maybe if you've got anything coming up that folks listening might want to know about.
During FFA week, we normally do stuff within the school. Right now for junior high and high school, we have a scavenger hunt going on. Students can find small emblems and stuff around the school. They can bring them back to our ag classroom and answer some trivia questions to get a piece of candy or a small prize. We're also doing a food drive where it's the elementary versus the junior high versus the high school, and whichever part of the school donates the most food, they get a small popsicle candy party just to celebrate them. There's a lot of stuff we do outside of FFA week, which I think Paisley was going to talk about.
We have a lot of monthly meetings. Every month we talk about what's upcoming, trying to get kids to attend the CDEs, trying to get them to participate in what we have. We also have parties. So like Halloween parties, Christmas parties. We normally have food, games to play. That encourages members to come, to try it out, to see if they like it. And then for FFA week, we're also going to be having a member potluck to encourage kids to participate in FFA week and come join the potluck with the rest of the members. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I think anything with food should get a good turnout there. But no, awesome that you've got all of that going on to try to recruit folks. You mentioned in their CDE, talk a little bit about that and how your chapter has gotten involved.
CDEs are sponsored by the section and state levels of FFA. They're career development events. So small contests members and chapters can go to compete as a team or individually. I know my favorite is agriculture education, where you create a lesson plan and basically become the teacher. You go and you teach a small group of students about a certain topic of agriculture, and you get judged by teachers in the field or college professors. And I think it's a great opportunity for people to develop what they want to do when they leave high school.
Yeah, and so it seems like, I mean, it's of course called career development education, but it seems like it is focused on getting members ready for what's next in life, whether it's for whatever it may be. Does that sound about accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that makes sense, and that's good that you've gotten involved in that. I'll tell you what, we've got about 2 minutes left. I'd love to hear from each of you what your future plans are once you graduate from high school.
I plan on attending the University of Missouri to study nursing, to earn my bachelor's degree in nursing, my BSN, hoping of becoming a NICU or pediatric nurse.
All right, and then so that's Paisley's plan. What about for you, Wade?
I'm already enrolled in dual credit courses at Lincoln Land Community College to get my associates in agribusiness management. And then I plan to use that associates to move on to my bachelor's at University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, so that I can get my bachelor's in ag education, so I can become an ag teacher and advisor like Mrs. Seymour, our great advisor here at Edinburgh.
No, that's awesome that you both have the plans that you have. Wade, are you thinking of coming back and doing the teaching and advising at Edinburgh?
That would be a great opportunity. If there's a spot open, I'll definitely apply.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that spot opens up. And then with about a minute left, I'd love to hear from each of you on how your involvement in the FFA, and in particular as president and vice president, will help you as you leave high school and go forth in the endeavors you just described.
Overall, FFA has provided me with so many skills. Before FFA, I was not able to really talk to anyone. I feel like it's really opened up my social skills, meeting new people. I met a lot of new people throughout this. Provided me new opportunities to try new things, to get out of my comfort zone. And overall, I just feel like it has shaped me into who I am today.
And well, you're doing that right now with being on the radio, so I think it's worked out pretty well. Wade, 20 seconds for you.
Same thing as Paisley. FFA just really allowed me to come out of my box a little bit, be more outgoing, and develop the skills I need to succeed: communication, teamwork, leadership. And I think it's just a great opportunity for any student or kid who wants to do anything.
Well, Wade, Paisley, Samantha, thank you three for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is the WTIM Morning Show.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelbyville. 107.9 FM Pena Nokomis.